A lot of times we see a photo or an advertisement that has this really great space and it's beautiful and we're like, get it in our heads. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is my new space. But we don't think about the fact that that space was designed for a photograph. Right now, I'd like to talk about form versus function when you're selecting your space. Does it really function? Most of the time when I meet a new client, we talk about what are we looking for. A lot of times we're looking for our cornerstone piece for our living room or family room, which is the sofa. When we're looking at a depth of a sofa, a lot of times we see our lounge sofa or our gather sofa, which is super cushy wooshy and really lovely to sit in, but oftentimes hard to get out of. This one has an inner core spring, so it has a little bit more bounce to it. It also sits about an inch higher than most sofas. So instead of when they sit down and they try to stand up, it just having total give, it actually will give a little bounce and help them to get out of it. So next on to our lounge sofa, which is widely known. Lots of people are familiar with it. We are in our lounge 2. The lounge 1 was so successful that they decided to come up with a reiteration of it. If you love the aesthetic of either of those sofas, but they're just not gonna work for your space. There are a couple of things that we can do. We can actually create a petite version. So there are a couple of different options. Sometimes it depends on what your space is like. Are we trying to do something that's really loungy and relaxed? Or are you trying to address something that has a little bit more formal feel to it? One thing I love about Crate&Barrel is we have a lot of different designs. We have a lot of different upholstered options that are readily available. In addition to that, we have custom options. Oftentimes I ask people to bring measurements with them and bring photos. It will help you to make your decision. It will help the designers to design an appropriate sofa for your space. Your sofa is your cornerstone. It has the most presence. It's going to be the piece that will really speak the loudest. We want it to look great, but we want it to be comfortable as well. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is address how do I entertain in the space that I'm trying to design.